Hello everyone. Stocks came back from the long holiday weekend in an overall bad mood, but what did you expect following the V-shaped rally during the past week? The Russell 2000 sold off 1.50%. It was quite pronounced, but there was a little bit of an intraday reversal to save it at its 50-day moving average. Therefore, this index remains under a neutral condition overall, but as you can see, those white parallel lines going across the bottom and the top, we are stuck not only in between two major trading ranges, but really four major trading ranges. So until we break out above these resistance lines here, which kind of go through the 2014, 15, and almost touches the 2016 highs, it's going to be a tough go about it for the bulls. In the same way on the downside with the bears until we really break below this line, which coincides with the 2014 lows, or the 2016 lows, which kind of crushes through both of those and then goes back further to 2013, all the way back here from the breakout level. I don't see how we're going to make much traction. And then that same thing can be said with the S&P 500. As you can see, we're more near the highs, which is great, but it's multiple levels of resistance. And if we ever break out past it, it's sure to be a very powerful rally, I would think. But this market doesn't really do what you think anymore, so we'll just see how it reacts. But you can see the 2014, 2015, 2016 lows, same thing, big old range-bound market, and even with us being the new highs, look at the BOP lately, and just there's no accumulation, and once again, volume today on the down day in the S&P 500, it did pick up, so there was still hints of distribution, but a little intraday reversal today, right about the 50-day moving average, so we remain under a neutral condition overall. And then the NASDAQ, similar situation, held on to the 50, not really the 50, it closed slightly below it, but held on to that 50-200 area overall. But as you can see, the 2015 highs and lows, the 2016 lows, and then even if you want to take it one step further and add another trend line across the way here around those 2016 highs, which go through a lot of the price ranges here in 2015, you have multiple resistance levels that we're going to need to clear before we can say that it's clear skies ahead. So neutral condition overall, no reason to be bullish or bearish here. Keep an open mind until we get into about October, and then if we're still near the highs, I think we'd break out to new highs. Now, there were no sell signals in quality stocks on an end-of-day basis, but sure enough, as luck would always have it, the brand new long signal this weekend immediately has produced stop signals. So I got long this thing in the morning, and in the first minute of trading, it ripped through my first sell stop levels before I could even get them off. So as soon as I got long around 1566, 1567, I couldn't even get my 1548 stops in before it was already trading at 1530. So then I gave it a little time to work itself out in the first 30 minutes of trading, and then I went ahead and put my first sell stop below 1520. It ripped through that intraday, triggering half of a sell stop, and on an end-of-day basis, it's closing at 1516, which is also triggering half sell stop on an end-of-day basis. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and let that 1502 level act as my final sell stop. Very disappointing that this was the only sell signal today, and of course it happened to be the only new signal, so if I just would have done nothing this weekend, would have turned out a lot better. But that was it. There's nothing else to go over on that end. I didn't really flag much on the long side. GPL was a potential long signal, but these things just aren't working for me, gold. It's just been too... I've messed these plays up left and right. I haven't gotten one single long position in the gold stocks since the February lows. Extremely embarrassing, humbling, but whatever. GSS, once again, was the new long position, and instead of putting my limit at the high of the day of 70, I kept it at 69. The damn thing gapped up to 70 and then ran to 74 for a gain of nearly 6% on the day without me. So GSG, that one failed on me. It cost me a few dollars. GSS ran away without me. Didn't cost me anything but opportunity cost. And then actually let's go over then one other gold stock, because this move today is a sell signal. If I would have taken this signal when I was supposed to, this would be a 50% sell signal here, as this stock is now up over 100% just since June 20th. Now, why didn't I take this long signal? I got a pocket pivot point signal, got strong volume, got max green BOP, got a breakout to new highs. Well, I didn't take this long signal for one simple reason. It was not touching the 10-day moving average. So it was extended from the 20. I was okay with that. It was touching the 5 intraday. As you can see here, the intraday low did not touch the 10-day moving average, so I passed. Hindsight probably should have told me I should have seen if the stock pulled back on lower volume like it did initially, and then maybe try to get at the 10-day moving average. And if that would have been the case, I would have had limit orders right around 49 cents. Would have gotten filled here, and then what would have happened since then? Well, you can see what would have happened. So since the actual signal date that I passed, TRX has moved 117% in a little over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. So not bad to double the amount of money that you would have had in this position in 11 days. But TRX moved without me, but this is a kind of a parabolic move. It's a very extended short term. It could still go further. That's why it wouldn't be a 100% move. If volume would have been much higher, you know, like right around this area or even up here, then I could say that you could go ahead and sell out 3/4 of it. But for now, I would just do half if I was long. But TRX, it's a lesson learned on these stocks. If they're a little too extended, these cheap ones with the beautiful previous uptrends, a hot industry group. It's obviously one of the best industry groups. Maybe we'll try to start working some limit orders around the 10-day moving average when they are extended. But it worked on TRX. GSS moved without me. Gold and RGLD were two high-quality, perfect speculator names that I wanted to get. I did not take them around the 50-day moving average or the move here because there was no pocket pivot point signals. Once again, in super hot industry groups, I might have to rethink the way I operate. But you know what? It's a volatile market. It's okay. You're going to miss trades. Once again, intraday is where it was at. BGI. Every day trading room that I follow was on this stock even before it hit $1. It got up to about $1.50, started to pull back on light volume, and broke out above $1.50. And there were tons of halts throughout the day, but this stock went from $1.50 to $5, and so at one point intraday today, this stock was up over 800% since the previous close on Friday, and that would have given you $1.50 to $5. You know, a nice little 250 to 300% move possibly. And we watched it intraday in the chat room, but you know, I was already asleep and then woke up way too late, but continued to watch it. But I checked to make sure that everybody was on in the day trading rooms because you always want to go where the gamblers are. And sure enough, the gamblers all flocked to this contract winner. There's another contract winner overnight tonight, OESX. It's gapping up after hours. It's already had its pullback and re-breaking out. This might be one again to watch in the morning, as it looks like it's a huge contract deal. But still, if you're not operating intraday with some of these swing trade opportunities or fast buck opportunities like BGI offered today with its 800% move in one day, it's a tough go about it on an end-of-day basis because this market remains very volatile, very choppy, and trendless. I'm still not quite sure why I keep seeing so many hardcore bulls and bears out there, but I recommend stay neutral.